Today's episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Go over and get you a free audiobook 30-day free trial over at www.audibletrial.com/nerdcave. You can be picking up Timothy Zahn's new book, Thrawn. It's freaking awesome. Or you can get Ahsoka. You can get all these Star Wars books because everybody loves Star Wars. If you don't love Star Wars, what are you doing with your life? There's over 180,000 titles, though, to choose from. You can get it on your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle. And if you have an MP3 player and what are you doing with your life, you can get that there as well. So go over to audibletrial.com/nerdcave and grab you one of those new books. Get smart. We read at the Nerd Cave. We read. Build it beautiful. Now, Allie,
on the window.
Yes.
let's quickly talk about some Guardians of the Galaxy.
All
What
right.
were your thoughts on Guardians?
I absolutely loved it. I thought they did a really great job with it.
Okay. I agree.
I don't want to like spoil anything.
No, I agree.
If I hadn't been deathly ill Saturday, we would have seen it. But I'm going tonight because I'm feeling a lot better and I have energy. And so,
Why don't you just pass out right in the middle of the
I'd
movie?
be so pissed off.
There's I'll try to be as vague about it as possible, but
Pew 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 pew.
yeah, like there's a
I am
quote unquote like plot twist that happens, but it's like he's like the person who's delivering these lines, he's like saying some stuff, and like there's one thing where he's like, and I knew that like I couldn't go back this next time, and I was like, oh my god, he did that one thing, and then he said that he did the one thing, and I was like just the theater was like dead quiet, and I was like, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyone else who's seen the movie knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That was definitely a big
I'm thoroughly
part.
excited to see the cuteness that is Baby Groot.
Oh
Baby
my
Groot's
god, that
very
was
cute.
adorable.
And I'm really wanting, because I've seen, because I follow Michael Rooker, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff about him and Mary Poppins, so I'm very curious.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
hilarious.
Very curious to see what that's about.
One thing, just as like a pro tip for everybody, is that there are 5 end scenes.
Yeah.
Just placed throughout.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched them, but I know how many
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
look for.
So just
I do
pro
that with
tip
every
for all
Marvel
those
movie.
people.
I'm like, Google, how many end credits?
Yeah, there's
Yeah, they came out before the movie was out, and they were like, yeah, there's gonna be at least like 5, so just wait.
Yeah, there's 5, so definitely wait for that. My hot take on it, Drax, the funniest character out
my
of the
god,
whole
that
movie.
was so.
I-
He was really good.
And it's so crazy seeing a lot of these wrestlers
Wrestling.
from WWE and different stuff like that actually making a name for themselves in the acting industry, because I know back in the early 2000s we're like, anytime we saw a wrestler in a movie, we're just like,
That's gonna be bad. Yeah.
But The
John
Rock,
Cena's done it.
John Cena,
Now Dave Bautista.
Batista,
I
yeah.
think Batista's like on his way to being
really big.
really big. I don't know if he'll reach Rock size,
It would be very hard to reach The Rock's.
but I think he's definitely on his way of
Carving
being
out a little niche for himself.
Yeah.
And because I've watched some stuff like behind the scenes with him and Chris Pratt, like the painting I talked about last
Yeah.
week. Like he's hilarious.
Yeah, and the movie, like, he stole the show for me. Like, everybody's like, oh, Baby Groot. No, freaking Drax was
I'm excited.
on point.
I love the friendship between Drax and Mantis.
Yes.
Or like that was really great.
Yes.
I thought they handled that really well.
The only complaint I have with it is Gamora's storyline. They didn't really focus or do anything with her. Like, there's a little bit, and it seemed like it was kind of there. With the other ones, there was development.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I think
kinda-
'cause the point of the movie was to mainly focus on, Peter's
Yeah.
heritage.
Yeah, I understand that, but it was just
But
kind of
no, I was also disappointed. I was like, no, I want
But
more Gamora.
we also did hit on it a little bit in the first Guardian.
Yeah, but it was just kind of like sliver here, sliver there. I'm hoping the third actually focuses on Gamora.
It very well could,
And-
because that'll be after
that'd be great. Yeah, 'cause-
Thanos comes in and
Yeah.
everything like that.
Because in this one, like, it was very, like, Peter and Rocket heavy. They talked a lot about Rocket, and he had his own little journey that he went through, which that made me feel emotions. But yeah, I really hope that they focus more on it, because, like, they developed, some stuff with her and Nebula
Yeah.
and whatnot. But yeah, I hope they focus on her more later.
Yeah, sometimes if they focus on too many origin stories, it
I
gets
agree,
drawn
but
out.
it just felt like she was more of a throwaway this time around.
Okay.
So that was my biggest issue with the movie, but absolutely great. Me personally, I think it's better than the first.
Really?
Yeah.
Soundtrack's just as good.
Oh, the soundtrack's great.
Soundtrack's great. It's more obscure, but like within the movie,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
The opening credit sequence
yes.
that was amazing. I love
So no more dancing to distract villains.
That's my biggest complaint with
I
the
know. I was
first one.
telling
Yeah.
her about it.
Like I posted, like I did that live last night or whatever, and I posted in a few places, and like somebody, I said something about the dancing or whatever. It's like, why was everybody blah blah blah? It wasn't the dance battle that defeated him. I'm like, if I was this ultimate evil, if my whole being was to destroy this whole entire
Kara.
planet, and I had the weapon to do it, all I had to do was go whoop. Do you think I would let some idiot, let's do a dance battle? I'd be like, okay, you're dead. Ah! Like, that would be me. But, you know, I think I'm another total level of evil.
Like I was
And you're also
telling
not a scripted like comic character.
Yes.
and I was telling Holly that I was like, it's funny, but it makes no sense as to why he wouldn't just go ahead and kill everybody,
But
because
that's
if that's your sole purpose to destroy a planet that you think has wronged you,
Yeah,
and your people.
Like, that was his whole motivation for the whole movie. And then, like, at the finish line,
doing?
he's like,
Don't
And
get
it's just
derpy
like-
on
He
us.
blue screens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy in a nutshell, though. It's like okay, this happens, and all of a sudden, like, bam! It's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. But then, like, it has a funny payoff.
Yeah, and that's one thing with this movie, and it's more so in this one than the last one. Like, at the most times where you wouldn't hear any kind of joke, like in a Marvel movie, it's joke.
God, no.
And that's the great thing about it.
There's
Yeah.
one scene in particular I'm thinking of where it's like it's this really it was a very beautiful movie, but there's one where like they're inside like the final boss area, and like it's like this dramatic like circling.
It's like the Avengers moment.
And then what happened to Mantis?
Yeah, it's like the Avengers moment where they're like showing the whole team. It's great.
Oh, God.
Watch out!
Yeah. Mantis, watch out.
All right. So moving on, Aquaman logo has been revealed as DC Films starts production. Warner Brothers has released the official logo for its Aquaman solo film to celebrate the start of production. The film's logo sports the iconic trident with both the white lettering. Check out the image below, blah, blah, blah. Director James Wan recently shared it. So, I like it.
I do too.
Looks great.
Those letters aren't white.
No, those aren't white. No.
They're more like a tan.
Now, if you've seen, like, okay, the movie comes out December 21st. Going to go watch that.
Yeah, definitely.
If you've seen Aquaman's trident, how many points does that thing have?
Tree.
It should have 3,
Yeah, it
right?
should, but it has
that's
4.
Biden.
5. Yes.
Okay, I
It's
thought I
like,
count-
how metal can frickin' Aquaman's trident be? We have to put 5 spikes on this thing.
Because traditionally, it's always been 3.
Well, it's
It's
a
also easier.
Trident.
What?
What is love?
Don't worry about it. Just
Maybe
keep it. Do your
don't
thing. Do your
have-
thing.
Cinco Dent.
Yeah. So I love the symbol. It's old school. It's a little thing that I'm not trying. It's like
It's
goes
the
on the
belt,
belt.
the
It goes
belt.
on the belt. The belt.
It's just like, Mermaid Man's. It goes from to Wombo, and you can make stuff big.
Yeah. Wombo. There you go. yeah. There's the man, Jason Momoa, and his sexiness.
I'm sorry, that's Carl Drago.
There we go.
Yeah.
Carl Drago.
Like the whole movie, like he's just like yelling and all right. It would be hilarious.
It'd be
But yeah,
hilarious.
I see 1, 2, 3,
It's
4,
5.
5.
Yeah.
But like if
5.
you look at it, it's like it has like the stereotypical like the
Yeah.
bow and then the middle trident. So it kind of looks like he like added the 2 on.
He's like, this isn't metal enough. He's like, man,
and then added.
metal, 5 points, man. So, love that. Now, on to some gaming news.
I'm so ready for this to come out. So ready.
You know who asked us a question about this?
Probably Derek Daniels.
Derek Daniels said, thoughts on the first batch of DLC characters for Injustice being Subzero, Red Hood, and Starfire. So, let's go over to that lovely little thing. I love it.
I do too. I like that they're bringing in Subzero. I like Starfire a lot, and of course, Red Hood has a great story. I mean, obviously, we're probably not going to get into a story because it's DLC, but like just having the Red Hood there, because obviously he's the prodigy from Batman, but he takes to killing, kind of like what a Punisher does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's the only kind of person that's with Batman that shoots, which is really cool.
Yeah, and there's no release date yet for these, but the game does launch on May 16th. Will be on Xbox and PlayStation 4. But the DLC pack is going to be $80.
Jeez.
That's with the game, so it's a $20 DLC pack, from what I'm reading here.
I thought you were talking about 80 for the DLC. I was like, I think I am having that hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what's cool is like they show these, and Starfire looks like classic Starfire, a little more sultry than the Teen Titans version that we grew up with, but
a little less skimp.
yeah, a little more skimp
Skimpy,
than normal. Sub-Zero there, looking like Sub-Zero as normal. And last game had Scorpion in it, so then bringing in a normal Mortal Kombat, I wish they would have brought Sub-Zero in first, but whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, Scorpion. Now, one thing, Allie's going to pull up that picture that
I was trying to find. Wait, which one?
the one that you just had.
Well, I wanted to get a better
Okay.
quality one. So.
Okay, so in the background you see a bunch of different shadows.
I see Raiden.
Yep.
Manta.
Yep. Yeah, Black Manta's back there, and then you can see Shazam by Raiden as well.
Yeah, that's who I thought that was.
The other ones I'm not sure as of yet, but it looks great. Yeah, you're not going to see it on this. Is on hers. But I'm excited getting Black Manta into that game. Like, I can't wait to have Black Manta versus Aquaman.
Oh yeah, we definitely
that'd be cool.
like that's something that we need to do with this game is have me and you play, but have it set up with Batman
Like
versus
rivals.
Joker, Superman versus Lex
Luthor.
Luthor, and stuff
Luger.
like that. Luger.
No, it's Luthor.
I was like, no, it's not Luger.
Yeah, Lex Luthor. Torture rack.
But that would be a cool little thing that we could do with this.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'm excited for it. May 16th.
And, I was because I know that they're bringing in Blue Beetle a lot in the shows and everything like that. I was kind of surprised to see him in Injustice.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a very interesting story because obviously it's a Martian device, and it was supposed to come to Earth to help destroy Earth, but it got stuck on Jaime Ramirez. I think that's his last name. But yeah, now he's fighting for the good with the Scarab. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
I want Darkseid. That's all I want.
Darkseid is.
We talked about that last week, but yeah, Darkseid is going to be
mega
awesome.
beams.
If you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want gaming content, you can go over to Nerd Cave Gaming right there. If you want to support us, you can check out Patreon right there. If you want more videos, check them out right here. Go ahead, pick one of them. I wonder which one you're going to do. If you're going to be cool, you'd pick any of them. All 4 of them. You'd be awesome.